forget about it. Why'd the two of you suddenly decide to drop by? Well, about that. We heard something about a party and didn't want to miss out.
Kali?
Oh.
Kali told us that Sumeru is the place to be now. Apparently tons of interesting things are happening, so we thought we'd ask around. Any idea what she was talking about?
Interesting things. What did Kali find her interesting? Hinari's tail getting so fluffed up like a ball of thunder tumbleweed, or Sino climbing a tree and getting his hood caught on the branch.
Whoa, you really missed all that?
Seriously, and nobody thought to tell me?
Still, she said there was something big everyone's been talking about. Can you think of anything slightly more significant?
More significant.
Huh?
Is something the matter, madame? Well, now that you mention it, it must be what I think it is. Recently, rumors have been going around about a certain book.
That's a classic first story opening. It's not some kind of forbidden tome or anything like that, is it?
Forbidden tome? As far as I'm concerned, it might as well be. Tell me, have you ever read one of those really badly written detective novels? Oh. I don't think I have. I unfortunately did. I don't think I have.
Paimon has.
Tell me exactly how bad it was.
Ooh, leave this to Paimon. For example, the type where you start off thinking it's a locked room murder mystery, but it actually turns out that the whole building was just moved.
That's right! Or it's supposed to be based on pure reasoning and logical deduction, but at the end, it turns out that the culprit has some kind of superpower.
Exactly. Or it starts out super serious, but in the second half, it just reveals that everyone lost their memories out of the blue.
Or it's set in a mountain village in the middle of a snowstorm, and the police officer, who's been portrayed as a serious figure throughout the whole story, suddenly turns out to be the murderer, without even the slightest hint of foreshadowing. You're both being way too specific. You'll offend half the crime novelists in Teyvat if you keep going. My apologies. I let myself get a bit carried away there for a moment. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I did borrow a book like that a few days have passed.
So you borrowed the badly written book? But that happens to the best of us.
No, that's the problem. Blizzard swept mountain villages, superpowers, police officers who turned out to be the criminals. This book had it all, and more. Reading it was tantamount to torture. And despite how complicated it wasn't engaging in the slightest. But there has been all sorts of rumors circulating about this book. Because of the strange marks drawn over the yellow pages, people are saying that it must be concealing secrets.
Do you think there's treasure involved?
I'm not sure, but there must be many who believe so. Not only have more and more people been borrowing it, but they've all been specifically asking for the marked up copy.
Have you borrowed it too?
Yes, I have. As you well know, I am a scholar, so it's only natural to have a bit of curiosity.
So, just what secrets does the book at the center of the rumors actually hold?
I read through carefully from start to finish. Most of the marks are circles, but the beginning and end points of each stroke differ, as does the color of the ink used. Most importantly, all the names of people in the book have been circled. Not only that, many of them are adapted from famous figures in Sumeru's history. Some speculate that these marks must have been left by different scholars over the eras, each researching the book's secrets, each searching for a name they believed in. Other believes that they are kind of notation made by different people belonging to the same organization, and that the names circled are their code names. Still, others think that it is some kind of encryption cipher, but even after finishing it, I came no closer to uncovering the mystery. Not only was reading it a complete waste of my time, but sheer absurdity of the shooty excuse for a plot several times over. I was so angry that I returned the book immediately, and when I came to the house of Dina today, I found lots of people skulking around. I suppose they are also looking for that thing.
No wonder he zoned out like that. Paimon's guessing you won't be borrowing any more detective novels anytime soon.
Indeed. Paimon, Traveler, surely the two of you must understand how I feel. Don't worry, Madame, I feel your frustration.
What's the book called? We'll borrow it and take a look ourselves.
It's called Reasoning Knows Not Time of Day, but Suspense Allows Follows a Blizzard. You sure it's a detective novel?
Sounds more like the title of a light novel.
Tell me about it. Anyway, read it at your own risk. It truly is unbearably boring.
Okay.
Search for clues nearby. Hold on. You want to know what kind of books I like? This spectrum is just so broad, I don't know where to start. Okay. To the House of Dina, then. I guess for Sumeru, you won't find any of the characters until you finish this quest, I guess. Because I don't see I don't see Arata and Nahida, and they're supposed to stand where Faruzan is.
There's so many books with long titles here. Let Paimon have a look. Working hard and vacationing harder. What the heck?
An Atlas of Rare Rainforest-Dwelling Species, Professional Edition. The Art of the Construction of Coffee Machines. Who exactly read these?
Secrets of the Elemental Sciences. The book jacket even says, expert approved. The former sage Cyrus praised this as an excellent entry-level book. And this one, a compilation in summary of common basic grammar rules for rare languages of ancient desert peoples. Paimon's dizzy. It's just so many words.
Come on, Paimon. You can learn 20 different...
Huh? Is that Layla over there? Let's just ask her. She might know something.
Twinsy! Twinsy! Just in case if you guys are asking, why am I calling her Twinsy? 1219. 1219. Twinsy! Traveler, Paimon, it's been so long. I'm still a bit tired.
Didn't sleep well last night?
I was reading a novel, so I stayed up late.
It wasn't the detective novel that everyone's been talking about, was it?
The one with the super long name. Huh? Oh, no. If you're talking about reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense allows follows, Hi, Snow.
Blizzard.
Oh, right, yes. No, it wasn't that one. Madame Varzen said it was really dull, so I didn't borrow it. Almost forgot about the stream while playing ZZZ. I can't play ZZZ, so I hope you have fun.
Oh, so you're not that interested in the books of secrets?
I haven't even been able to keep up with my own work, even though I'm up late all the time these days. But way more people have been interested in the book than I ever imagined. 7 or 8 in a single morning. I feel like a living signboard sitting here like this. Kaveh asked me the same question, so he must be looking for it too. He was even hiding behind a ladder before, looking for something. He looked really embarrassed.
Searching for something? Hiding behind a ladder? He must be after Mora. That's gotta be it. So he can hurry up and pay off his debt too. Wait, no. Let's just pretend Paimon didn't say anything. Layla, you're really sleepy, right? You must be dreaming this conversation.
I didn't really get it anyway, but if you say so, it's a dream.
Thank you. We'll keep on looking.
Okay, see you next time. It's not often Layla falls asleep so quickly. Good for her.
Paimon thinks we should echo as Kavi now. If he's searching for the book, he must know something.
But where is he now?
Good question. But we can try hanging around when he might show up. Where he might show up. There's a good chance he's there right now, right?
Wait, I'm gonna talk to Twinsy here. She's out cold. He's outside of the house of Dina? Okay. Sorry about that. Also, how are you doing, Snow? How's everything doing? How's everything going for you? Sorry about that. I was moving my table. Could he be at the house? near the house at least.
Do you ever think we seem like a pair of thieves hiding here to ambush Kaveh? It almost feels like we're here to extort him or something. I'm not sure why that is though. We just want to ask him a couple of questions, that's all.
Don't make it sound like we're the baddies. When have you ever been bothered by your conscience? I was gonna ask what that was. Don't mind that. I'm good. I had a good Saturday shift at work. That's great.
Eh? That sounds like footsteps. Quick, let's take a look. Stop right there, Ka.
Hi, Kaveh. I didn't remember you having gray hair. When did you wear a lot of black and green? We need to remember, this is not Kaveh's house. This is Alhaitham's house that Kaveh is staying in. So...
Huh? Alhaitham? What are you doing here?
Good question. Surprising indeed. I was under the impression that you knew I lived here. Good morning. It's a casual good morning. Good morning. What can I do for you?
Nothing. Never mind.
Oh, goodbye then. Are you guys kidding me?
He just left. Does he have work to do or something?
Stop right there, Kaveh. What? What are you two doing here?
Good question. Surprising indeed. Paimon was under the impression that you'd know the only reason we'd be here was if we were looking for you.
Paimon, you don't sound like yourself. You have more chances of seeing Alhaitham, your law. Yeah, this is Alhaitham's house, not Kaveh's house. He's a roomie, not the owner of the house.
Looking for a certain book by any chance?
Wait, what?
Here's the deal.
You and Paimon pull Kaveh to one side and in hushed tone... Game! I am reading! Ah, thank you. You and Paimon pull Kaveh to one side and in hushed tones tell him about the rumors that Farazan was talking about. You also mentioned that an eyewitness saw him searching for something in the house of Dina. How was it you guys know everything? And there I was, thinking I'd been super discreet the whole time. No one should even have noticed.
Come on, get real. You really think that no one knows you live here?
Hey, that's not fair. Of course nobody knows. Except for Sino, Tainari, Kale, and the two of you. Right? Friends are friends, so if they know, well, they know. But what if a stranger overheard us? It would be a disaster. It might even impact my career. How is it that you living in Alhaitham's house is going to impact your career? What does that have anything to do with your career? Anyways. Oh yeah, this book, I remember. Snow, do you know any reason in particular why as to Kaveh's work is going to get, like his career is going to get impact over the fact that he lives in Alhaitham's house? Maybe the fact that he doesn't have a house of his own and he's living in someone else's house, but I don't think that's bad. At first I was wondering what you were doing and why you were talking to Layla. Now I remember. Anyway, about that book.
You believe it contains the intel about hidden treasure, don't ya? Looking to get real rich quick, are we?
Paimon, aren't you in the same boat? And no, but that sounds like a possible reason. Yeah. Are you offering to help find it?
Shucks, what did you earlier. So there really is treasure. How about this? We help you find it and split the loot 50-50. It's a deal.
Paimon! At least in his mind. Hey, there are also architects out there who are living with their roommates. That is also a thing.
Traveler, after all we've been through, it's finally our turn to get rich. No need to keep yapping. Hidden treasure, the Paimon probes is home and on you.
Huh? Hey, Paimon. We just ran off without letting Kaveh answer. This is fine. We're best friends.
Huh? Is that you?
Oh, they made a mistake here. Traveler, Paimon. Must be my lucky day, running into you like this.
Yeah, you mercenaries are pretty tuned into the grapevine. Have you ever heard of a book called Reasoning Knows Not Time of Day, but Suspense Always Follows a Blizzard?
Wait, you guys are looking for it too? Oh god. Two. Dia, are you looking for it or is somebody commissioning you to do it? Or like to look for it?
By two, you don't mean you're looking for it too? Darn it! It does. So does that mean we're finally gonna have it to square off against the,
Wait a minute. Would you mind telling me exactly why you're looking for it? Once more, you go over the rumors that Farzan told you. If it really does turn out to be something important, I'll be sure to let you know if I hear anything.
Whoa, really? From your reaction before, Paimon thought you were after it too.
Don't worry, a client had asked me to get her the book, but her attitude seems off somehow, so I didn't take the commission. She's a smart cookie though, and it was like she was hiding something. So I thought she must have had an ulterior motive. Besides, I have other things to look into right now. Compared to some commission, it's more important that you've uncovered the truth behind that book. Anyway, no time to lose. I gotta get going.
Alright then, good luck. And don't forget to tell us if you hear anything.
If I take a while to respond, it's because I'm playing CCC still. Oh, it's fine. I wonder who Diaz's client could be. Hey! How are you so fast? Well, Kaveh, we went up and down mountains before, so us just walking a couple miles mean nothing.
Flying's faster than running?
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Sorry, it's a traveler thing. Having been through so much, I run fast.
Alright, listen to me. It's like this. Paimon, don't get your hopes up. That book, it isn't some kind of treasure map. It's just an unbelievably unremarkable, surpassingly ordinary detective novel.
Huh? But didn't you just say there was treasure? If most people backtracked like that, Paimon just think they changed their mind and wanted to keep all the mark for themselves. But that's not something you do.
No, that's... I'm sorry. I just couldn't bring myself to tell you earlier, so I played along with what you were saying. Here's what's happened. I borrowed the book a month ago. When I opened it to the first page, I discovered one of the names was printed incorrectly. That night, I'd been drinking, just a little, and I was starting to feel drowsy, so I picked up a pen and circled the name. As I'm sure you know, Dasadina allows borrowers to annotate the books they take out. I'm in the habit of doing that too, so at the time, I didn't give it a second thought. But after I was a dozen or so pages in, I realized that the names of all the characters in the book had intentionally been written slightly wrong. Maybe it would be more accurate to say that the novel itself was quite strange. All the characters' names were based on real historical figures, but rather than using their original names, they had been tweaked ever so slightly. Most people assumed that the author had made a mistake or that there had been a printing error when they saw spelling mistakes like that. I didn't find the content particularly appealing, so I returned it before I finished reading it. But later on, I heard that the book had suddenly become the talk of the town, and that there were rumors about mysterious treasure or something.
And you thought it had something to do with you?
It certainly does sound like it.
Yeah, and I also heard that now, all the names in the book have been circled, not just one. Tighnari? Last time we met, I also told him all about how poorly parts of the book were written. He said I made it sound pretty funny, so much so, in fact, that he suddenly wanted to take a look himself.
You made it sound like it was so bad it's good?
In that case, let's go for Tighnari.
That's fine with me, but I still have some work to finish up, and it's pretty urgent. How about I head back first, and we can meet up later? We can meet up again later once I'm done.
No problem. Hope your work goes well.
Me too. Thanks. See you later then.
Talk to Tighnari. He's probably in the the... Why can't I remember these places? Gandharvaville, there we go. Do we want to walk all the way to Gandharvaville? Nah, I want to do the March event. So let's get this over with fast.
Over there. Hey, Tighnari!
I heard you. How's it going? Traveler and Paimon? You guys sure look excited. You tell Tighnari about how you're looking for a novel, reasoning knows not in time of day, but suspense allows and follows a breeze. Always follows a breeze. As you do so, you reflect once more on how absurdly long the title is, and how even just saying it aloud makes you feel tired. That one. Yes, I did go to the House of Dina to borrow it. Kavi said it wasn't worth reading, but I was curious. So I went and read it anyway. The problem was, there were already two names circled in the book I borrowed. There were already two names circled in the book I borrowed, and the style of each circle was different. It was like some kind of game. Someone had drawn a red circle around the name of the first character that appeared. Then someone else had drawn a green circle around another name.
So, in the time between Kabe returning the book and you taking it back out again, someone else had already annotated it?
That's right.
I'm sure that the first circle was drawn by Kabe.
Yes, no surprise there. If you stop and think about it for but a second, guessing the identity of the second annotator should be trivial.
Wait, You mean it was...
If there are two people living in the house, and one of them drew the first circle, then it's highly likely that the other person left a mark too.
Good point.
Sometimes, those two really are too much. In the end, it is as I suspected from the beginning. The first character whose name had been circled on the very first page turned out to be the murderer. Surely that's just a blatant spoiler. Like the joke where someone opens a novel and bam, there's a note in the margin that spoils everything right from the start.
What kind of joke would be so cruel?
Let's see. I'm getting hungry, but am I hungry enough to have another bowl of rice and chicken? Well, I think the title being long is kind of poking fun of anime and manhwa with extremely long titles, such as "That time I got reincarnated as a slime." I watched that series, mind you, so it's kind of funny that you took that one out specifically. Yeah, I watched that time I got reincarnated into a slime. Or the world's finest assassin reincarnates as a noble, etc. I never watched that one. I think I saw the title of it, but I never watched it. That was one of Sirius's, and it wasn't just a joke. He said he actually pulled a stunt like that when he was younger.
Who was unlucky enough to borrow the book after he'd scribbled all over it?
My master, Nafis, and Professor Zahadi, who had a seminar with him that very afternoon. Sirius said that Master once threatened to give him a good beating by the side entrance of the House of Dina. It was only thanks to my mother and Professor Zahadi intervening, and it didn't happen. Ooh, when can we meet their parents? Tainari talking about his mom. So his mom lives in the forest while his dad is in this desert, I think?
Paimon doesn't sympathize with Sirius at all.
Oh, Cyrus. Sirius or Cyrus? I think Sirius.
Paimon doesn't sympathize with Cyrus at all. Not one bit.
The House of Dina has never stopped people from annotating books, but this seems like a special case. I don't think the book could be allowed to keep circling like that. So I circled several names myself, laying a false trail. The best place to hide a leaf is in the forest. It's a simple principle.
Well, when you put it like that, but still...
How many names did you circle, Tainari?
Let me think. Not too many. About 3 or 4. I choose them all randomly.
Then who circled the other names in the book?
There must have been others who borrowed it and did something similar. I'm just not sure why.
Who'd have thought borrowing books could be so complicated? Alright, let's go see if there's any other clues. We'll definitely be able to find out more by asking around.
I love Tensura. I saw seasons 1 and 2. I haven't yet to watch season 3 of Tensura. Oh, I have watched it. I caught up every time. I'm currently caught up. Since it's 1 episode every week on YouTube for me. And it's on like Friday night. But I watched it like Saturday morning, like literally before the sun rises.
Okay, I need more food.
BRB. Hi, Derek! Welcome to the stream. Oh, I forgot to read that.
Look, here's Dia. Let's tell her what the real story is. Huh? Candace is there too.
So, I need to reflect a little on what I did.
What happened?
To meet you here today is surely due to the guidance of the gods. Greetings.
Candace, is this a personal trip?
Today's trip to the city is to buy provisions for the people of Ari village, as well as help Miss Sataria deliver a message to the sages of the Academia while I'm here. On the way, I happened to see Dihya sitting in the cafe looking down, so I came over to chat with her.
Don't worry, it's nothing serious.
It's just that I suddenly remembered a few details about that book after talking with you.
Before that client had ever contacted me, I've heard rumors of an exciting novel full of the undiscovered secrets. With curiosity, I asked Sai not to take it out from me. As a desert dweller and a mercenary to boot, the idea of selling a mysterious treasure map is quite exciting.
Paimon totally gets it.
We inherited our customs of searching for the gold and wisdom in the sands from the gods themselves.
But that book turned out to be dry as dust. A bunch of names have been circled, but I still couldn't figure out what the puzzle was supposed to be despite reading the whole thing through carefully from start to finish. In the end, I started to think that it was some kind of ritual, or game, or something, so I picked up a pen and drew a circle of my own. But later on, Miss Dunyazard asked her parents to find a way to borrow it for her. She said the mysterious markings fascinated her, even though she couldn't get into the book itself. If they were just regular annotations, it wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. But these strange circles, you can't help but want to try and figure out what they might mean.
That's true. So Dihya, what you're reflecting on is having accidentally interfered with other people's reading experiences. Is that correct?
Wait, hold on a second. Why did you tell Candice?
She's a warrior, you know. Sometimes she has to interrogate criminals and other things like that too. Everyone recognizes that her job is secret, so when we need to think over what we've gone wrong, we'll talk to her about it.
Please, don't be too surprised, my dear traveler. To me, listening to other people's mistakes is just another way of protecting them.
Oh, okay.
By speaking of your own mistakes and hearing sincere advice in return, improvement will come over time. That's the way we do things.
But all she did was draw a circle. It's like she was deliberately trying to mess with anyone. Besides, everyone agrees that the book itself is just